morning, all. I spent most of my youth trying to avoid discomfort. And when I say discomfort, I'm talking about things I didn't like, things that I thought were causing me pain, grief, discomfort. And when you spend most of your life trying to avoid something, that something that you're trying to avoid often becomes the most precedent thing in your life. In other words, it simply takes over your life. And I was fortunate enough to kind of recognize that in my life after I had a heart attack. I was running a very successful design firm. We specialized in consumer packaged goods. And yes, you probably have many of my designs sitting on your shelves right now. And along with that world came tight deadlines, very large expectations, long hours, employees, and the general stresses of running a successful business. In that process, I lost myself. I became a slave to my priorities. I became very overwhelmed. And so I spent many of my days trying to avoid my discomfort, which was a grave mistake. Sometimes we have to be bigger than the things that are driving us crazy. We have to lean into our discomfort because on some level, our discomfort is trying to teach us something. There are many lessons to be learned from our struggles day to day, large or small. I think the greatest teachers in life can be our mistakes. So we can't go through life avoiding or trying not to make mistakes. We can't go through life trying to avoid discomfort. I think with wisdom and understanding, we can lean into those moments and learn something. There are valuable lessons there. How to be creative, how to have a better attitude, how to take on challenges that seem overwhelming, how to find inner strength, how to find peace in the middle of chaos. And that, my friends, is very Buddhist. That is one of the greatest lessons I have learned in my life. I saw my heart attack as an opportunity to learn something. I was given a second chance. I was airlifted out. I had roughly 6 minutes to live. My wife is crying. I was panicking till the morphine kicked in. And I decided when I saw my wife crying, there was something to learn here. And I needed to fight. I needed to hang on. And I did. And I survived. And I'm very happy to be here to tell you that. But I also learned a lot of lessons about being overwhelmed, stressed, and running from my fears and literally driving myself crazy, because when I was running from my fears, I did what many people in the advertising and marketing world do. I turned to drinking. I drank a lot. I drank often. And with a 16-hour workday, we decided to even put a bar into our office. Now, there's nothing wrong with a glass of wine. There's nothing wrong with a cocktail. I don't see anything wrong with enjoying a moment with friends and having a drink. But if you are using any of those things to avoid discomfort, to avoid reality or problems, then you're setting yourself up for some very rough times ahead, because sooner or later, the actions from avoiding your discomfort are going to take their toll. So instead of trying to avoid discomfort, I think we could kind of lean into it, embrace it. Maybe we can see it as something we need to teach us a lesson that we're missing. And I'll talk real quick on that. Sometimes lessons are handed to us over and over. We won't confuse that with karma, although I see where people do, because we didn't learn something the first time it was handed to us. So with that in mind, next time you have an uncomfortable moment, don't kill it. Look into it. Dig a little deeper. Sit down. Take a few deep breaths. Think about what you've learned in this life. Think about this video. Think about your efforts and attempts to be a bigger, better person. And remember, when you come out the other side, you will be a bigger, better person. And then share that with others. Because one person at a time is how change happens. And it all starts with us. As always, peace and love. Have a great day. Jim.